Hey guys, welcome back to the seven-figure case study. This week is episode 4. We're going to do a product research deep dive. We're going to go from the long list of over 100 products I have to a short list after doing all the product research and validation. My name is Gary Huang. Let's dive right in. In case you just joined us, this is the seven-figure case study, and we're doing a live case study where I'm building a new e-commerce business from A to Z, and I'm leaving no stone unturned. So I'm being very transparent about the entire process. Last week in episode 3, we talked about Amazon product research, and we got some great feedback already, guys. So if you haven't checked out that episode, check out the link below. I highly recommend that you check that out before we move forward into the deep dive. So today's game plan, I'm going to share with you my process, a little bit about the journey. It was very challenging, and then my goal at this stage. And then I'm going to do a live over-the-shoulder walkthrough of a review of my shortlisted products, and the next steps will be to make a decision which product or products that I'm going to choose to go forward with. All right. And then for those of you guys that stick around until the end, make sure you do that, and you'll get a special bonus with the seven-figure seller playbook that I've created. All right. So this week was a little challenging. I've had over 100 products to my list. I'm continuously adding new products as I'm out and about, as I'm surfing the web. And as I sat down, I realized this takes a lot of time, right? So one best practice that works for me is I tend to block out blocks of time for me to do product research. So I might block out a couple of hours in my calendar, and then I fire up all the tools and I just try to go through them one by one. It is difficult. Sometimes you get sidetracked. You go down a rabbit hole. Like you see that product, and then you go down, you see like this other product, you try to tweak it. So that's one of the pitfalls that, I fell victim to as well, right? So it does get challenging. The other thing is you will run into products that are quote unquote bad products, right? The numbers don't add up. It's too saturated. After a while, you do get frustrated. But the key thing is I try to keep that goal in mind. I want to get through my long list of 100 products, which I did get through. It did take a lot of time. I probably estimate it took over 10 hours total. So yeah, it takes a lot of time. All right. So key thing, mindset. What I'm trying to do is, again, going from that long list to the short list at this stage. I'm not trying to find that $1 million product yet. I know that it will come, but right now I just want to go to the next milestone, right? To the short list. So think of the whole journey to 7 figures. Right now, my goal is to just hit the first milestone to shortlist my products. All right. So let's do a walkthrough of what products I have so far, and I'll share with you the short list. All right. So if you see on my screen here, this is my long list of products, and as you see, I've already have over 100 products on my list. I'm continuously adding more and more products, right? And then I've been doing the research based on some criteria, the demand, make sure there's enough demand, not too much competition, and also the average selling price. I like to look for price points above $25. Okay, so I've basically ranked the products on a scale of 1 to 3. 1 is high potential, 2 is medium potential, 3 is no-go. Okay, so I've shortlisted to about 8 or 9 products on my short list. So I want to walk through together with you guys a couple of the products on my list. I won't have time to do everything because I don't want to record like a 2-hour long video. I would bore you guys to sleep. So I'm just going to pick a couple with the time that we have today. All right. So let's go forward with this. Let's start with the on-air sign. So I know a couple of you guys were interested in this product as I change out the windows. So this is the search results for the on-air sign on Amazon. And right now, based on my research from last week, the demand, not quite 3,000 sales in the top 10. Competition is low, and average selling price around 25. So I'm going to dive a little deeper. Okay. So my main concern is I'm not sure about the demand because according to the research, I'm going to use helium-10 X-ray. I normally like to see over 3,000 sales units sold in the top 10 combined in the organic results. So I'm going to hide sponsored products. Okay, so you can see we have 5,400 search volume. Sales, I don't see 3,000. If I were to total it up, it's probably only around 1,000. Okay, so that is a concern. So I'm going to put down the search volume, 5,400. This is based on Helium. But one cool tool that I've been playing around with recently is the Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer. So right now it's still in beta as of December 2021, but this is direct from the horse's mouth. This is Amazon direct data that they just released a few months ago. So when I searched for on-air sign, this is what I got. Okay. Search volume past 360 days, 89,000. Search volume past 90 days, 22,000. So if 90 days is 3 months, if we were to divide that by 3, it's roughly 7,000-ish. So it's actually, Helium 10 is actually a little bit off if we were to trust Amazon's real data, okay? But the bigger concern for me is the units sold in the past 90 days. Only 1,000 to 1,250 for 90 days, 3 months. So if I were to divide that by 3, let's just say 1,200 divided by 3, that's 400 units sold per month. And then the number of top click products. So this is the number of products that are being sold, at least 31. Right. So if you do the math, we said 400 units sold per month. So past 90 days, we'll just go on the high end, 1,200. But if we were to divide that by 3, that's only 400 units sold in this niche a month for everybody. So that's in the top 10, that's like 10. It's very low. Okay. That's very low. So that's my concern. So I'm actually going to pass on this product because of that. There's not enough units sold, right? Okay. What do you guys think? I'm curious. I know some people were really keen on this product last week. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Okay. So I'm really curious to hear your feedback. So I want to take a look at a couple other products. So I'm going to put a 3 by there because the main thing is this is too low, right? I'm just going to highlight that just for my own notes. Like the demand is too low. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the wooden cutting board set next. Okay. So I'm going to search on Amazon first. Okay. So my inspiration for this keyword was from this Melissa and Doug cutting food playset that I actually got for my son. And it was really cool. And I thought, hey, that's kind of a cool product. And, maybe I could sell that. All right. So last week we looked at it and the data was there was over 3,000 units sold in the top 10 and there was low competition. Okay. So I'm looking at this now. Just take out the sponsored search results using Helium 10. So in the top 10, I do see over 3,000 sold, but my only concern is Melissa and Doug is getting the lion's share, 2,700, and Batat is getting the other lion's share, 3,300, and this average price is about $21, right? In terms of the reviews, you can see 1, 2, 3. There's several sellers, only 2 reviews in the top 10 with 0 reviews, 3 reviews in the top 10. So that's roughly 4 in the top 10. So you can see, but those guys are getting very few sales. Okay. So it's not like a very even distribution and most of the sales are going to the name brands. I'm not sure. I know Melissa and Doug is a name brand. I'm not sure about Batat. So if I'm not sure, I would take a look at this. So my initial impression, this doesn't look like a name branded product. It's probably the other way to find out is you can Google it, Right. It does look like a legit brand. It was incorporated in 1981, right? So that is a name brand, and it's not like a fly by night Amazon FBA seller, all right? So I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced based on that, right? Okay, so I'm going to keep going down my list. Okay, originally the numbers did add up, but I'm just because of that distribution, I'm not convinced. So I'm going to give it a 2 for now. The other product I have is the weighted eye mask. Let's look at this. So this is a sleep mask, and it's kind of like the weighted blanket phenomenon. I guess it helps people sleep better. Okay. So when I see this product, to me, it just seems like a very mainstream FBA product. Like I've heard of people selling similar sleep type products. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of competition. It's not like super nichey. It's kind of like a very obvious type product. And I guess like the only niche, like sub niche part of it is that it's weighted rather than a regular sleep mask. But I just don't feel like my gut tells me it's not like a super nichey type product. And you can see, the sales definitely are there, right? Over 3,000, but it's just the reviews, right? You have 3 people in the top 10 with less than 100, which is good. I like to see 5, but and they're getting decent sales. Like some of them are getting like 300 sales a month, about 10 sales a day. So that's decent, right? Right. So if I were able to, so my thinking, like this seller Comask only has 3.7 stars in their reviews, and they only have 17 reviews, right? So I think that could be one that I could take. And they're selling 82 units a month, about $2,000 in sales, so that's decent. That's a good start, right? But I think that could be interesting. I could probably definitely do something better than that. And then as I dive a little bit deeper, because I'm curious about this niche, what I do is I look at the the competitor with the lowest the lowest review score to find out what is the biggest problem, and then what I might be able to do to improve upon it. Right. So this picture doesn't look like a sleep mask. It kind of looks like a towel. So that's not great. Right. Okay. It's lifestyle, very generic. Travel pillow. Okay. So then I look at the reviews. Not very comfortable. It's nice to put in the freezer. So I like to pay more attention to the 4-star and the 3-star reviews if they are available, because they tend to be more substantial. Okay. Okay. So I'm not getting too much data yet on this item, so I just wanted to look at one of the others, like the ones with lower reviews, because the thinking is if they have a low review score, then that's a lower barrier to entry, right? I'm curious. There's one that's selling for $34. Let's see. This thing they claim to be patented, light blocking design. Yeah. these photos, to me, they don't look great. It's just like a towel. I'm thinking like the main image, especially. So this one claims to be patented. So anytime you see patented, you got to be very careful. You don't want to infringe on the patent. Okay, so here it seems the problem is when someone sleeps on their side or their stomach, there's no way that you can sleep because of the weights were placed under the side of their head, right? Also, 1 star for the price. They feel like it's 25% more than it should be. Okay. Some people are saying there's too many beads here. Okay. Okay. So if I were to go with this product, I would do a deeper dive in the reviews, but it would be less beads. Again, this is just like I would normally go through all of the 4-star reviews and all of the 3-star reviews, but just for the sake of time, just based on this initial impression, it seems like there needs to be less beads, and also look for a way to make it more comfortable for side sleepers and stomach sleepers. Okay. So this week I'm going to spend some more time diving into that. Okay. Let's take a look at one more. So we looked at the cutting. Let's see. Let's look at the car seat gap filler. So the market leader for this is Drop Stop. So this one is patented as well. So anytime it's patented, you got to be very careful. You don't want to infringe on their patent. So one of the ways I check is I use Google Patents. I mean, it's not 100%, but it can help you find patents, because the worst case scenario, if you sell a patented product, is you will be legally liable on infringing their product, their patent, and they can ask you to take it down. If you don't take it down, then they can sue you, which is not good. So be super careful anytime you see any patented product. Okay. Because it is patented, I'm a little weary about that. I mean, the numbers look, I mean, sales definitely are there, right? Let's take out the sponsored. The sales are definitely there, right? 18,000, 1,400, 1,700, right? Review count, you have several people with 0 reviews in the top 10. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if they're doing some sort of giveaways or some gray or black hat way of getting in the top 10. But I would track these. So I'm going to add these to my list in Helium 10. So what I do is, when I'm not sure if these rankings are going to stick in the top 10, I would track them over about a week or 10 days, just to make sure they're not doing like some huge giveaway or launch promotion to artificially inflate their rank. Okay. So that just looks very suspicious, like 3 sellers with 0 reviews. Okay. I don't think we've covered the wooden cutting board set yet, right? Actually, we did cover it. I'm sorry. I just reviewed too many products today. I'm getting them all mixed up. Okay, let's look at one more, Splat Mat. Okay, so what is a Splat Mat? A Splat Mat is in the baby category. It's basically for under a baby's high chair. It's to catch any like food or drink or just like stuff that is dropped on the kitchen floor, so it's easier to clean up. All right, so I actually have one of these to help clean up after our kiddo. It just makes things easier. All right. So let's run the numbers on that. So again, this is both an art and a science. I'm not just strictly defining a set of numbers and following it to a T, right? Because sometimes there's different X factors, right? Maybe it's trending, maybe there's an obvious improvement that the rest of the competitors have not caught on to, or maybe it's just something that, I'm able to build an audience around, right? So let's take a look at that. All right. And then the other cool thing is the Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer, because this is like the first time we're able to get Amazon direct data, because all the third-party tools, whether it's Helium 10, ZonGuru, Jungle Scout, they're all estimates, right? And this is straight from the horse's mouth, Amazon Seller Central. Okay, so you can see here for Splat Mat, we have top search terms, high chair mat for 4, Splat Mat for under high chair. So I could even go back into Amazon and search for those, and you can see units sold, right? 8,000 to 10,000 in the past 90 days, right? So I'm just going to put 9,000 on an average. Okay, so you can see it's much more than the on-air sign, right? So that's about 3,000 units sold per month, right? So which isn't like humongous, but it's decent. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to Helium 10 X-ray to look at the competition as well. So we're seeing, so far, according to Helium, we have way over 3,000 units sold, so that's good. But the issue is the competition, right? The review count, wow. All these guys have like over 1,000, 3,000, 4,000 reviews. There's two people in the top 10 with less than 100. So this is a very competitive niche. And even though there's a lot of search volume, 13,800, let's see what this is. 90 days for Splat Mat. 66,000. So I believe this is for the aggregate for the top search terms. So that's still about 20. If you divide that by 3 months, about 23,000. But the key is the competition. It's very competitive. Okay. Average selling price. Let's take a look at that. I want to show you guys Product Opportunity Explorer. It's really cool. Like, you can go into a niche and then Amazon will tell you more about the, if we can get it open. So it tells you here, average price $18, 21 number of top click products, right? And these are the top products. Okay, so average price $18, so it's not that high. All right. So we took a look at these. I really don't have a front runner right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to niche down a little further. I'm going to do that offline just for the interest of time. But what do you guys think so far? What would you do if you were in my shoes? Which product would you go forward with based on the information? I mean, the on-air sign, it's a cool product, but and competition is low. But the problem is only 1,200 units sold in this niche in the past 3 months. That's only 400 units for everyone per month. It's very low. Wooden cutting board, it does have some potential. I'm just a little weary about the name brand, but it's not a deal breaker. The weighted eye mask, still competitive. The car seat gap filler, there's that patent. It's interesting. The average review rating, I got this, I believe I got that. Let me show you that. The average review rating for the car seat filler is very low. It was only like 3.9 stars. So to me, that's a great opportunity to come in to build a better product. Okay. So I just want to spend a couple more minutes diving into that because I feel that that is, I just want to show you how I got this data. I mean, this is a really cool new tool. Right. If you go to search terms, you go to insights here, right? The average review rating for let's say 90, for the past 90 days is 3.8. That's very low. So let's go back. Let's go back and dive deeper, right? This is a deep dive. You saw me with my snorkel mask on. We're going to dive deep, all right? We're going to leave no stone unturned. So let's take a look at if I can find one with a low review. Okay, this one only has about 3.5 stars, 100 reviews. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's take a look at this and see what's wrong with it. The reason we see only 3.4 out of 5, that's very low. The reason we do this is we're looking for opportunities to improve, to modify the product, right? So top critical review, it'll do. The cons are it could be longer, cup holder could be wider, adhesive on one isn't greatest, no biggie. I have contractor's glue. Overall, I'd buy it again. Okay. So what I do here is, so I record these. Okay. And then Helium 10 has a cool tool as well. They have their, let me show you. Okay, it's okay. Okay, well, what I like to do first, like if you can do it manually as well, which is what I'm doing right now as I show you the 3-star reviews. The vinyl strip is too small and separating both pieces. Cheap installation. You can see here it's separating, right? Yeah, so vinyl strip separating. Doesn't fit our seats, Grand Cherokee didn't fit the gap, right? So maybe for like an SUV, there needs to be like a larger one because it seems this is just a general car seat filler, right? So that could be another opportunity. Maybe I'll make this for SUVs or for minivans, right? Okay. So I'm going to use the Helium 10 review insights tool for this. See, average rating is 3.4. So I'm going to go back 1 year from December 2020 to November 2021, 11 months. Okay, let's extract the reviews. So this is like a word cloud. So the number of times people mention a certain phrase, like cup holder for travel. Let's see what people say. Cup holder is quite small. Cup holder needs to be larger. Cup holder too small. Bingo. So that is one definite thing I would do. So I would put cup holder needs to be bigger. And I'll put 3. The reason I put 3 is 3 people voted for that, right? So I would do the same for all of the other reviews as well. Great for travel. See, cup holder is too small for travel cup, so that's 4. So if I were to make this product, I would definitely make the cup holder bigger, right? All right. So that's what I would do. So again, I'm not going to spend 2 hours on this video. I hope this gives you guys a good flavor of what I'm doing next. All right. So let's go back to the slide deck. Do the pros and cons, right, of each of my shortlisted products. Right. So the next step is I got to make a decision, guys. So this week I'm going to dive deeper. I'm going to look at the rest of the shortlisted products. There were a few more I didn't look at. I'm going to track some of the competitors just to make sure that the ranking sticks, especially for the ones that have 0 reviews. And then I'm going to pull the trigger this week. So I'm curious, what do you think so far, guys? Am I on the right track or am I off? And then based on these products, which one would you choose? I'm curious. All right, let me know. Drop your comments below. And again, this isn't like a linear path, right? I mean, going back to our journey, it's not a linear path, right? I mean, there were certain products that we were kind of hot on, like the on-air light box, but there's only like 400 sales per month in the whole niche, right? That's not enough. So we got to take a detour. You know, maybe it could be the car filler product, or maybe there's some other product that on my list that will come up this week. All right. So make sure to join us next week to find out which products I'm going to proceed with. And I'd also like to leave you a special bonus. I create this event called the 7-Figure Seller Summit, and I've interviewed over 108 and 7-figure sellers, Amazon sellers, and e-commerce experts, how they're building, scaling, and exiting their businesses. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I have a free PDF playbook that you can get, and you can check it out at the link right below the video. All right. Or you can go to 7figuresellersummit.com/playbook. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Let me know what you think, and let me know where you are in your journey as well. Are you choosing products, or maybe you're sourcing and you're having some issues as well? We'll talk about sourcing at the next phase. All right. Thanks so much, guys. This is Gary Huang, 7-Figure Case Study. We will see you guys at the next session. Bye, everyone.